In this tutorial, we're going to be looking specifically at the effects menu and this top section called Illustrator Effects. If you want to, you're more than welcome to go into these, but for now we are focusing on mostly these ones. So, how are we going to use this? Well, for this example, I'm going to show you how we can make a cube. So to start off with, I'm going to make sure I have my rectangle tool selected, and I'll choose a color here so we can all see. And to make a perfect square, if you remember, hold Shift, click, and drag. Now, because of a cube has all the same size, I want exactly the same size square. Now I could technically draw again and try to get exact, but there's a better way. If I click my black selection tool and hover over the square, now I have to hold the Option or Alt key down, and notice what happens to my cursor. A little white arrow shows up. And I'm going to click and drag. If I hold Shift, click and drag is going to keep it in a straight line. Now, I want a total of 3 of these. Here we go. Now, I want to rotate them so they look 3D. So for my top one, I'm going to select my top left one. I'm going to go to Effect, 3D, Rotate. And for this one, I want my position to be top. So you'll see it'll look like that. And it should rotate it. Then I'm going to select my next one. I'm going to go to right. Then for my next one, you probably guessed, I'm going to go to left. Now, I'm going to show you a quick little neat trick. Now, we have to bring these all together. Now, I could try to put them together using my mouse, and that gets a little bit of a pain to get exactly where I want. Now, notice I'm not moving my mouse anymore. I'm using my arrow keys on my keyboard, and I can move it up, left, right. If I hold Shift down, it moves it further. If I don't hold Shift down, it goes a bit slower. So to move it closer, I'll use Shift, and then I'll just use my arrow keys until I think I got it exactly where I want. Then I'll grab my top one and move it down and move it. There we go. And there we go. I got my cube. And of course, I want to make it a dice, for example. I should, let's call this one cube. And then lock it, add a new layer. And here I'm going to make the little circles that go along with it. So ellipse tool, I'm going to make sure it's white. The best way to make it go white is click on here, and this goes back to default. So now I got white. And I might not want to have any stroke. So this just means no stroke around the circle. If I draw it, so for example here, right now if I leave it like that, it doesn't have the right rotation. So I just do the same thing. Just click on it, Effect, 3D, Rotate, and move it to the top one and press OK. And now it looks like the number 1 on a dice. Okay, off to instructions. Good luck.